Hello again, welcome back to the Little Milto channel. Back in the cellar. Well, it's all got to be cellar work, so we might as well start the video in here. Now, we're going to be having a look at the brushless 12 volt impact here. Because now that we've got the new brushless impact 12 volt from DeWalt, we may as well have a quick run through and a bit of a mini little head to head with the Milwaukee and the Makita here, because of course these are also brushless as well. Now to start with, they're all on their maximum ampage battery that you can get for the 12 volts, which is 6 amp for the Milwaukee, which is 4 amp for the Makita, and it's now 3 amp for the DeWalt. You might think that's a bit unfair, but let's face it, the DeWalt is on its maximum power. It's up to DeWalt to actually bring out a bigger battery, because if you ask me, the 3 amp battery just isn't big enough. Now I think we should have a quick rundown now on some of the specs that are on these impacts. The Makita DT111D spins at 3000 RPM, has a total of 3900 impacts per minute, which delivers 130 newtons. Next up, Milwaukee M12 CID spins at 2650 RPM, delivers a total of 3550 impacts per minute, and has 135 newtons. DeWalt's new brushless impact, DeWalt DCF801, spins at 2850 RPM, delivers 3600 impacts per minute, delivers 163 newtons, but foot pounds 120.8 and inch pounds 1450. I can't give you the rest in them because I don't know what they are. Now it says in the book that they'll all do 20mm flat bed. Okay, now on an earlier video when I was using the new DeWalt brushless, it seemed to struggle in the actual decking, although I must admit decking sometimes can tax them. So bit of wood here, so we're going to try it out to see. This is 20mm. Okay, let's see how it gets on. We'll start with the Milwaukee first. They all hate this test because it's a long depth test. Anyway, it did it. I guess it has to be the Makita up next. Okay then, we'll just come in here. Must admit, the Makita was definitely faster than the Milwaukee. Now, one thing I forgot to show you was the fact was they've all got filled batteries. Okay, I'll just do this one quickly to show you that they are all filled. Check that myself, yeah, just to make absolutely sure. Okay, we've done that now. And again here, this is where the DeWalt the last time seemed to struggle when it was going down through, but that was in decking. It just seems to be the same actually in the wood. So we'll come in about here, We're going the right way. We're in, yeah, we're in. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, but the Makita did that a lot easier than both the Milwaukee and DeWalt. So it's not just the decking, he seems to have a problem with 20mm, and he says that they'll do 20mm. Okay, maybe in a short bit of wood, but when you give them the depth test, they don't seem to like it. Now, I'm going to amp this up to 22mm, because that's a pretty good pipe size. Okay, usual story, Milwaukee amp first. Okay, dookie. Right, here we are. Okay, Makita next. Okay, the Makita. The Makita did jam slightly as it was going in there, whereas it really slowed down and didn't seem to want to go down any further. Then it just got past it and off it went again. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention about the lights on the new 12-volt system for DeWalt. The light stays on for 24 seconds, and the same with the combi as well. Sorry, the drill driver, it stays on for 24 seconds. I noticed that the other day when I was doing a video on a head-to-head with the Milwaukee and the Makita 12-volt drills. Okay, here we go. I bet you the damn thing sticks. Stalls out, I bet you. Definitely didn't like it. The Makita was definitely the best, along with the Milwaukee next. This does not like flat wood bits, sorry, going into wood. I can tell you that. Now, a couple of things I forgot to mention here. I have forgot to mention that I have ordered Milwaukee's Gen 2 12-volt system, because I want to put that up against the DeWalt. this is just things that have been out for a while. And I've also heard a rumour that Makita could be upgrading their impact and also their combi drill as well. It's only rumoured, I don't know about that. This next test is a speed control test to see whether or not with the 3 impacts on full speed I can actually control them and not bury these screws in, which these screws are 4x50 or 8 gauge by 2 inch. They're actually spark screws. Now I'm going to show you something that's quite unique about spark screws. If we take a normal T 20 bit from any manufacturers, you notice the wobble on there, don't you? Okay then, see that? But when you actually take a sparks screw with a sparks bit on it, watch what happens. Let's move them apart a bit. No wobble. What's going on? The reason why I'm using sparks bits as well is because you get better control. The thing is with sparks bits, not a lot of people know this. If you look at a sparks bit, you sometimes get them free. We certain screws for sparks. If you look at the T20 bit, it has a pimple on the very top of it, just up there, which matches up with a dimple inside there, which locks them in, in place, and you cannot move them around. So this way I'll get better control and I'll keep them straighter, because when you do a standard bit, it could be from Milwaukee, it could be from Makita, it could be from Bosch, they all do this, they all wobble. And of course they can calm out as well. But the sparks bits don't. So that's what we're using for this test. You see the mind-blowing useless information that you learn at my channel? Milwaukee up first. Yep, my fault. Okay, that's the Milwaukee. Makita next. Makita up next. Okay, Makita. Now comes the turn of the DeWalt. Okay, here we go. Oh, no, short on that one. Okay then, I'll bring you in for a closer look. If you look, that was a Milwaukee, this one, that was the Makita, and that was the DeWalt. That was my fault, I came off a little bit too quick on that one, you see. But, as you can see, not too bad, but the Makita does seem to be about the best. I think I had the best control actually on the Makita than I did even on the Milwaukee, because it seems to be a little bit in there too much. So, really, they're all actually pretty well controllable, I must admit. So I'm actually quite happy with that. They've got control, that's the main thing. Now, this next test is my favourite test of the lot. If you've been watching what I've been doing recently, you'll know. No, it's not my best. I hate this. It never goes right, it always goes wrong. What this is a speed test. Whichever one hits the bottom first, I automatically stop. So whatever left to go in, you see. But it runs twice with the DeWalt because it's the DeWalt show, isn't it? This is the one that's supposed to be the new guy on the block. So I'll run the Milwaukee first, then we'll use the Makita and we'll look at the averages between them to see what went on. It was quite interesting on the other day when I did the test here with the drills, you see. Turned out that basically speaking the Milwaukee kind of won that one. which was a surprise. Well, here goes. So much can go wrong with this, it's unbelievable. Alright, are we all going in the right directions? Yep. Whoa, Milwaukee. See, differences in wood again. Oh, so much for the new kid on the block. Yeah. Up next, Makita and the DeWalt. Okay, let's see if this goes okay. Okay, I'll redo that one. I'll let go at that, yeah. Okay, I'll have to redo them again, okay. Let's hope they don't fall off this time. Going in the right direction, yes. Going in the right, yes. We're flashing? Yeah, we are, we're definitely flashing. Well, so much for this lovely little DeWalt. All its power. Huh. Yeah, right. Now, I chart marked the Milwaukee ones. Milwaukee, Makita, Milwaukee, Makita, Milwaukee, Makita. Now as we can see over here, because they're corresponding, see, the Makita, that was there up against the Makita, that was that one there up against the Milwaukee, and again here, this was up against the Makita, this was up against that. And you can see there is actual more or less the same height coming along, barring this one. Now admittedly, that might have hit a knot. There is a knot somewhere there. Well, I will say it is what that one is. It's just tough luck. You can see, but if you look at the average on here, it isn't that powerful. Now, to be some sort of new wonder tool that's just come out, and yet the older generation ones for the Makita, and that's an old Milwaukee, you see, that's Gen 1. This is a little bit disappointing. I don't think it's won anything up till now. Alright, the screwdriver test, it was sort of semi-okay, yeah. If I had just pushed that one in that little bit further, I would have said it probably had the same controllability as the Makita. But I messed up, I'll put it in short. It's all down to speed and controllability. And as for the 22 and the 20mm test, that was a bit disappointing. As I said, first time when I used this, I thought it was me that was the problem, and it was because I went into decking. No, it's not. This thing struggles. This, for the power that they're saying it's got, I don't know where it is because I haven't found it yet. I think we'll have one more test in Masonry. Now, this is just a quick block test. 3 holes to see who can do it. The bit being used is a Kangol bit. It is a non-hammer action bit. In other words, you don't use it with hammer action. Perfect for impacts. Only one problem, you need a chuck. This is a keyed chuck. Seeing it's your first time here, I'll show you this whole trick. You don't have to go out and buy and spend loads of money on expensive chucks, because the hammer action, if you grip it around there, tightens it up onto there. But be careful with this method. The more the hammer action is activated when you're using it, the tighter it gets, and it can get pretty tight to get off, as I found out. I actually jammed it at one point, but I did get it undone. So after each test, of course, I will undo it and redo it again. So, sure this is out of the way. Marked up. Hang on a second, forgot about something. Okay, sorted now. Make sure everything's out of the way. Here we go. just to prove it will come undone. There we go, it's undone now. Okay. Makita up next. Yeah, here we go. Okay, DeWalt next. Okay, DeWalt. Well, I'll have to think about this one. Oh, wait a minute. Proof. Now, that masonry test, it was kinda hard to say between the Makita or the DeWalt. They were both pretty good, I must admit. Maybe an edge on the Makita, maybe. It was really that hard to tell, but the DeWalt still did rather well. Milwaukee failed on that one because the impact came into it, and I have noticed that before with the Milwaukee. It does go into impact very quickly, this one. We haven't used this one a lot. Basically speaking, this is the most use it's had in a long time, because none of us really prefer using it. We use the Milwaukee Surge, you see. Which, like everybody else, we're all hoping for the new 12 volt Milwaukee Surge, to be honest with you. And yeah, if you look at it, the Makita pulled off quite a lot of it all the way through this. It really is a cracker. This is the one impact we keep in the emergency toolkit, and when we do go out, we do take the Milwaukee Surge, 18 volt. And this impact here is the impact that has broken more bits than any other impact that we've got over the past 2 years. I would say 2.5 years, say. So it definitely, there's something about this impact that is quite surprising. Now, modes and function. Well, this is just 2 speeds anyway, the Milwaukee. This has P mode, which I've actually done. I made a video on it, how it works. This has an A mode. Now, how does that work? Well, what it actually says for A mode is it's slow start. Once it actually gets into impact, it actually increases the impacts and starts speeding up. It's to help we calm out and wear and tear on the tools and the screw head and so forth. And if you read ups in some places, it says it's to help with cross threading. So in other words, it also works well if you're trying to put a bolt onto a nut, a nut onto a bolt. Which means once you get it to where it's going to go, it'll spin, and then when it gets the resistance, it'll start building up the power, so you know that you can't over torque it, if you like. You can use it for that. A mode seems to be a bit of a problem. Nobody really knows what it's for. But anyway, I came up with another idea for A mode, so I'll show you what that idea was. I'll quick run through some of the other functions. You can't switch the light off on this. I leave it off for a simple reason, that when I'm doing filming work and I'm using this impact, if I lay it down, it shines right into the camera. Looks a bit like amateur hour when you do that. Bet we're all guilty of it, so what the heck. Right, now A mode. How do you get into it? Well, you've got soft, hard on here. I know I'm not close. I think I've actually, yeah I did, I made a video about this. Then you pop it one more time up there. When the green light comes on, that's you in A mode, and I'll show you what you can use it for. This is not what it's actually for, and of course we've got the stupid Makita chuck where you've got to pull it out. Now watch what happens when it starts. You'll hear it, the impact's increasing. And just as the head's going to hit the wood, I'm going to actually stop it for a reason and then reapply it again. And it gives you pinpoint accuracy. I'll just do it up here. They're a bit of a knot, keep it nice and slow. Okay. And a bit more on that. They're not there, you see, and I slowed it down. Okay, I'll show you again. I'll try and pick a bit one easier bit this time without the knot. Okay, here we go. There we go. Screws perfectly in place. And that's how to work it. It works better with fatter screws. This screw's a bit too thin for it. But at least it gets the job done. And I did make a video on the P mode with the DeWalt. And what that is, 32mm bit would test with P mode on it as well. Test. So it's there. There's no point in me doing it here and showing you how it all works and everything, because I'll have to go away and get little screws and everything. But I've done a video on this. I decided last second I better show P mode. Okay, so we're going to have a look at P mode quickly, and let's hope it works this time, because the last time I tried this it didn't work until later. Okay, how do you get in? You press up on top there, you see, that puts you into P mode. P mode is actually called precision mode. That's what they call it, precision. What it is, it's an electronic clutch that spins at 950 RPM. When the clutch activates, this then decides whether or not it's got to go into hammer action or not. We managed to figure out that it'll go up to a 4mm 4x60 mil screw. That's what it'll actually go up, but it's better at say 4x50, which is 8 gauge by 2 inch. It seems to work there. So let's have a quick demonstration of how it works. So first of all, we'll pick one of the little 3.5x16, see if it's going to play ball. Are we in it? Yeah, we are. Alright, let's see if it plays ball. See? Okay, we'll just lift that up a bit. So what size is that? This is a 4x30. Okay, going in. See? And that's how it works. You get your screws very, very precise. How would it work in, say, machine screws and things like this? I don't know. I need more time to play with it to actually figure this out, because you've got to remember, this is still new to me. I've actually had this for less than a week, is it? Yeah, something like less than a week. One more. Seeing as we're up here, we'll see if A mode can actually be used as a tap mode, because you cannot use precision mode as tap mode in steel. It doesn't work. I tried it twice, it fails, and it tells you quite clear in the instructions that you can't do that with it. So let's get set up for this, which, yeah, we should be set up for it. We'll try a little one first. Let's see how we get on with this. We'll try a bit bigger. We'll try a slightly bigger screw this time. We'll see how we get on with that. Not quite sure about this. Okay. Yeah. Oh God, that's on there tight. Come on, get off. Wow. You can, but it seems to come in pretty quick in steel though. So you could say A mode has a lot of different functions that you can use it for. So A mode is pretty well good if you ask me. Now, big long screws that I actually used were Turbo 2s. They are 6x100mm, 12 gauge by 4 inch, and they have a T30 head on them. The bits that I used to drive them in were these here, which are V5s, T30s here, something I've been experimenting with. The other sparks bit I used, this one here, which is 2 inch. This one with the dimple, with the pimple, if you like. You see? And I used a Makita gold to put the screws in when I was in precision mode on the DeWalt. And if you want to see the blooper outtakes, they'll be at the end when I eventually say goodbye. Okay then, you see. So overall, bit disappointing in it. I can't wait to get the Gen 2 from Milwaukee. The M12 Gen 2. That one, sorry. That one. That's the one that I'm going to put up against it. But I will be running them with 2 amp batteries. And I'm running this on a 2 amp battery because I'm going to make that completely fair. This with the bigger batteries was quite plain and simple. That's what DeWalt is offering for their biggest battery, that's what Makita offers for the biggest battery, and that's what Milwaukee offers for the biggest battery. You could say, well, if you'd have used all the same size battery, would the outcome been different? It might have been, but we'll have to wait and see when we get the M12 Gen 2. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Bye now. So, I guess up next it'll be the lovely little Makita. Okay then. We'll just come in about here. Okay. The one thing I wish Makita would do is eventually put a one-piece chuck in place. Nice place. Won't miss everything. Good. I'm going to be using Sparks screws for this test, which are 4 gauge by foot. Now, the next test is a speed test to see whether or not I can actually control them when they're on full speed, so that I don't bury the heads. So I've picked another blooper moment. Quick run through of some of the other functions. You cannot just switch the light on and off on this, which I have done. Because when I'm doing reviews and things, I don't like the lights on if I can get them off, because you've got a bad habit. You lay them like that and it shines right at the camera. The bit I used to drive in some of the